to just running through your head because you've been listening to that all day. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just spinning my story and it be shit like that. All that tough talk, what? You ain't built like that. What? You ain't hopping the Chevy and bring that shit man back. You ain't been in the be okay. This motherfucker's gonna be okay. This motherfucker. So look, check this out, right? This is gonna be your introduction to spirituality. Now I know a lot of individuals may not understand spirituality, and this is why I'm here to pretty much just help you out, because I understand that this journey isn't for everyone and it's not gonna work for everyone. Hold on. Right, so watch this, right? We first have to understand which doctrine we're trying to follow, or if you're trying to follow a doctrine at all. In the case you're not trying to find a doctrine, you might as well just be an atheist at this point, because pretty much everything that people know as we know today has pretty much been documented as much as they want you to know. You feel what I'm saying? So, I wanted you to understand that whichever doctrine you follow determines the vibration you on, right? And people are like, "Oh, what is vibration?" And this is why I said this is an introduction, because I know I'm far enough to where a lot of people will not understand. So the first thing I need you to understand is that, like I said, whomever you follow is gonna put you on this Richter scale, like this scale of good and bad, right? So let's say you like to follow Satan, right? Okay, so that would be on a lower vibe versus what people like to call Jesus, be on a higher vibe, quote unquote, right? So the very first thing that you have to understand when you're going through this spiritual journey is that it's not religion, right? So the intention behind why you're trying to be spiritually active or do things in the spiritual realm is going to determine whether it works and who or whom you should be following. You understand what I'm saying? So if you have evil intentions, but you try to go to Ra, or you're trying to go to, I don't know, whomever you want to go to, you know what I'm saying? It isn't gonna work, because the intention behind it is like, dude, negative and dirty. So the God himself may push you away, like, or not reveal himself to you because you're on a different vibe. So you like, yeah, you trying to do this? Wait a minute, you want to use you want to learn something good, but you got negative intent. You go learn from them, because in this spiritual journey, you have to understand, to be spiritual doesn't necessarily mean you have to be vibrating high. You could be a low vibrating person and be spiritual. You understand what I'm saying? They said it in the Bible, even the demons know Jesus' name. Hold on. This song is really irritating. So this is why your spiritual journey isn't working for you, because you don't even know who you're supposed to be following or what type of person you are. That's pretty much the most practical way I can put it. What type of person you are determines who you should be following, what doctrine you should be following. So if you're a naturally narcissistic, evil person, I wouldn't recommend you to go use some go try to talk to the spirits of Neteru, or use kahuna magic, or just different. There's just different sectors of spirituality that can be accessed when you open up your mind. But anyway, I wanted y'all to understand that you as a person, like, this is why you as a person had hard times, or you as a magician, or you as a god or goddess. I'm gonna get into that later. You as a person had a hard time with accepting the fact that Jesus could provide. You feel what I'm saying? People got in the church and they literally would watch people and watch God work for them or through them, and then God wouldn't work for that same individual that was on their knees praying every week, faithfully, dropping the money in the basket, going to church, being helpful to everybody outside. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's basically because, like I said, it all boils down to the intention and the belief system. You feel what I'm saying? It worked for them because they had the intentions, or they were on the vibration of that specific deity or God. You feel what I mean? Each God, each person is like each person that we basically worship, we create to be a God. Like, so when you're like I said, this is why Christianity only works for certain people, right? And then there was people in the church that could really decipher and determine if you believed in God or not, because they could sense energy themselves as well. Y'all have to understand that in the church there is still a magical force that is being put onto that establishment. You feel what I'm saying? That book, whether you believe it or not, is magical. It don't matter however you whatever you want to call it. It's just about again, your belief systems and just your intention, right? So understanding who you are is gonna derive from this spiritual journey. Now, like I said, whichever or whomever you follow, that's specifically on you. I'm not here to tell you who to follow. I'm just here to open up your mind and get you to understand how spirituality works, right? So, like I said, it's about your belief system. Now, a belief system is based off of your imagination, how good you are with your visualization skills. So if I tell you to, picture a hot dog in your mind, and it takes you 10 seconds because you're struggling to try to, compute these different images that's flowing through your head without your permission. And I only say it's without your permission, quote unquote, because you've ingested that subconsciously through other people, or through a broadcast, or through like social media, you know what I'm saying? But so it's really, like I said, your visualization skills play a huge part in the spiritual journey or the spiritual aspect of life. Because if you can't visualize anything, how are you gonna see when these spirits actually try to contact you? How are you gonna see when, a spirit from the fourth or fifth dimension is actually in your face? Because your imagination has been turned off at a certain point. It's been looked at like, it's called imagination for a reason. It's called image nation, the nation of images. You feel what I'm saying? There's a realm full of images because a nation creates a world. You feel what I'm saying? So this is a world full of images. So I need y'all to understand that if you are terrible at visualization skills, that's going to determine at least 20 to 30% of your awakening or your spirituality, just to walk inside the spiritual realm. You feel what I'm saying? It's not, the realm is not gonna open up to you because your image nation, or the world of images, has been shut off from you at a certain point. So you have to reconnect your imagination and or childish behavior or childish mindset. You feel what I mean? This is how you grow into spirituality. It looks childish or kiddie, but this is the way to go. You feel what I'm saying? This is why, and when people start to create their own amulets and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? Because they all ultimately know that the energy from them is the purest. So you as a individual have to know that each one of these people, isn't, regardless of the fact, you have to understand that whomever you follow, that voice will be speaking through people throughout your entire life. You know what I mean? You may say you believe in such and such, but whoever you come from originally may be speaking through your family member. Like, this is what's really going on, and you may be in a spiritual fight with this person, and I'm finna break that down. Like, you have a sort of resentment to the truth because you've been hit with so many lies or so many different aspects of spirituality that you don't know what to believe at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So really, just tune in. Like, you have to tune in. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta, because in the Bible they said God spoke from a burning bush. God speaks through other men. God was speaking through a drunk man. You feel what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I need each and every person, no matter who you're following, to listen to that drunk man, to listen to such and such. Don't go down the street and just be like, what do you got for me? You got a word for me? No, what I'm saying is take everything in with discernment. Take everything in with discernment. Don't just settle on any message that you've heard just because you hear somebody online on YouTube telling you, oh, go listen to the dude on the street. No, I'm just letting you know that messages come from everywhere. So you have to, let me transition y'all back in on the first level. Okay, so it's about, like, meditation, right? Meditation is really the way to go for you to clear your mind so that when you're trying to visualize, you can see clearly or clearer. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like I told y'all, meditation, the first three letters is med, M-E-D, medicine, right? So I need you to sit down, right, and really just try to erase everything that's in your mind. Just clear your mind, because you're not going to understand who to follow because you got so many voices playing in your head. You feel what I'm saying? At any moment, Pooh Shiesty could be playing in your head. At any moment, you could have, I don't know, Katy Perry playing through your head, Linkin Park, Leonard Skinner, whoever you listen to, Boosie, whoever you listen to, just running through your head because you've been listening to that all day. You feel what I'm saying? So now their voice, and I'm finna tell you, when you repeat something over and over and over and over, like your parents, I told y'all, when y'all parents be like, go pick that up, go pick that up, go pick that up, go do this, go do that, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. At some point in the back of your mind, it starts to play by itself to the point where your parent don't even need to be around. You feel what I mean? You gonna see that sock on the floor, and your mom and your daddy gonna play in the back of your head like, do it, because it's been indoctrinated in you and put and programmed into you. Like, the idea has been pushed in your mind, right? So now your mind is doing like a tape recorder effect at this point. And so what's happening is, when you listen to music, it's gonna do that same tape recorder effect when you're trying to meditate or you try to talk to somebody or whatever the case may be. This is why you need to meditate and rid yourself from all of these things that you, social media and all of this extra stuff, because that voice or however many voices are going to just be playing in your head all day. And you're going to think it's your voice when really it's not. Excuse me. So, introducing spirituality is something that can be overwhelming to a person that's trying to get at a certain level, because they're going to be intimidated by the first few steps. Now, this isn't for it's not for everybody. This is why everybody does not connect so easy. You know what I'm saying? Or as easy as the next person. And you have to know your streaks. I mean, your strengths and your weaknesses. Not strengths and weaknesses. You feel me? You got to be open-minded and just let go of the concept that all of this stuff, the things that you see in front of you, are what they are. You feel what I mean? You have to just be. I don't know. This is the first video into spirituality. I'm gonna go into grounding and amulets and pieces and books and the whole nine. But I just wanted to open up with this, this little introduction talk. So, like I said, after a while from following and knowing which voices that are actually talking to you, you're gonna know which books to get, which pieces to get, which amulets, etc., what to look up, because you're so connected that there's no other voice that plays louder than the connected voice. You feel what I'm saying? So, in order to fully understand this spiritual journey, you have to be willing to sacrifice not only your time, but sacrifice the people in your life. Not as in, not one of those, not that, no. I mean, like, move them away from you, get away from them people. Like, you can't spend as much time with them people, because whatever you bring into your knowledge, a lot of people can't hold knowledge. A lot of people, like, knowledge is not meant to be held anyway. It's meant to be spread around the world. So when you get some knowledge, you want to spread it to your people. Them people that's in your corner are not on the same, they're not on the same walk. They're not on the same type of time. So it's going to hit them as, oh, this guy think he's better than me. Oh, this guy's narcissistic. Subconsciously, their mind is telling them, this is where I need to be going. But they can't truly express themselves, because they've been taught only this type of way. They've been subjected to this type of lifestyle, this type of response, this type of learning. Like, the environment that they are in is something that is comfortable for them. So you bringing in some different type of knowledge, which is frequency, is gonna distort their minds, like, and it's gonna get that robot effect. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna blow up, literally. The robots, they explode when you hit them with a certain type of word. Same people, same thing with people, they're gonna explode on you when you hit them with a different word. Just like when you in church and you go on the street and you hit them up with a word, they like, man, get out of my face, literally. Like, dog, I ain't trying to hear that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, you as a person need to understand who you're around, and along your journey, you have to literally switch up your circle, this circle of life. You feel what I'm saying? Because that circle isn't your life anymore. You feel what I'm saying? That circle doesn't give you life, doesn't give you energy. It's not here to help you out. So you're not intentionally going to be looking for this new circle. This new circle of life is going to surround you. So why it's called a circle of life. And the people in your circle are just going to be for you. You understand what I'm saying? Not all the time, but they're going to be on a different level. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's levels to the shift. Shout out YP for that. But I need y'all to really take a look at the people that's around you. Are they supportive? If they're not, you really want to distance yourself from them, and you know what I'm saying. Just get to a point where you feel like you can do it. Now, Um, this type of this walk is not gonna, like, to be honest with you, I didn't like tap in until like maybe like the last 6 7 months. To be honest, that's when the awakening really started to, you feel me? It started, ah, no, no, get over here. Like, you feel me? It's one of them. So, the awakening isn't gonna happen immediately. Your spiritual journey, it's a walk. It's not a run. It's not a race. So, for y'all that's out here doing this to like get the hype, and like for y'all that's doing this to try to please people and get people's attention or validation, the walk is gonna be that much longer. It's gonna be that much. You're gonna have to put in that much more work, bro, because you have the wrong intention. And so you get on YouTube and you search for people that's actually on that type of time because you can't connect because you got the wrong intention. You feel what I'm saying? So I need y'all to really be real with yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing this for? Like I said. And so um, after a while, this spiritual walk becomes a spiritual ride. Cause you're just riding the journey. You have to understand that this life is just life. I told y'all, life. Y'all subscribe to my other channel, lie, fuck. You feel me? Lie, fuck, life. Lie, fuck. So what you think you know is not what you know. It's life, right? So, I'm not trying to make this too overwhelming. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible because I know that there's people that just generally don't understand. And in order to truly understand spirituality, they said in the Bible, it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven. I mean, harder for it's hard for a rich man to get into heaven. It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. So you basically, what he's saying is you have to rid yourself of these materialistic things. Stop attaching yourself to these things. These things do not validate who you are. And this is why you can't connect to the spiritual realm, because you're so connected to this world that we've created. You feel what I'm saying? You can't get into the image nation. They tell you, oh, you crazy when you get into that level. So people generally stir themselves away or turn away from this type of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So to wrap it all up, right? You have to be good with much more than just your spirit to, you know, walk this spiritual journey. You have to understand that there's more than just human spirits here. There are spirits of pretty much anything you can think of. So if you're not good, or if you're not trying to be good with other spirits, bro, it ain't gonna work. Like, you gotta just open your mind and let go of the things that's holding you back. Be okay, and I'm out, y'all.